Welcome to DP Animations. So this is going to be a quick one. So a friend asks about combining shapes in After Effects to create a 3D object. It's actually simple but a bit complicated. Okay, unlike the previous versions of After Effects, whereby you can only do 2D stuff, but the current ones that you can do 3D stuffs is a bit complicated. Okay, all right. Please kindly like, subscribe, and comment. So let's start. First, let me open After Effects. Let me create a composition 1920 by 1080. Okay. So normally in After Effects, to create shape within shape, this is what we do. That's the 2D version. Okay. Let me create first maybe an ellipse. Then maybe I want a square inside the ellipse here, the circle here. Okay. So what I will do is I'll come here, the tools menu, then select rectangular tool. Then come here. You see the star and the checker here. That's a mask checker. The star is already highlighted, so I'll click the mask checker. Okay, once you click that, whatever you draw inside this shape will be cut out. Okay, so let's see. Easy. So you have this. Okay, so when you come here, inside the shape here is one. Actually, it's one. You see, it's all one. It's been masked inside. So all that you have to do is just come to the add, the mask, add, then select subtract. Then you have this. Okay, so you can do whatever you want to do with this. But mind you, if you want a 3D, you can't use this. So watch this. Once I make it 3D, you see that the hole has been filled. So it doesn't apply to 3D shape layer. Okay, this kind of style doesn't apply to 3D shape layer. So with this, even when we come inside, let's see, geometry options and extrude depth, nothing will happen. So let's see. You see the extrusion, but you won't see anything. You see the extrusion, the depth within it, but you can't see the hole. All right. Okay. So now let's switch back. Now let me delete this. Now, to create a complicated shape like that, okay, like the circle with the square hole inside, maybe later on I'll design a set with maybe a complicated table like this. Okay, all right, let me reset this again. Let me create ellipse again, hold the shift key, then click and drag. So I have my circle here. Okay, all that you have to do is this. You can just come in straight, then select the rectangular tool. Then let's draw the shape, the square shape inside. Let me move this to the other side. You see that this one, whilst I'm drawing, it did not cut it out because I did not change, let me see, I did not switch here from the start to the masking area. So it did not cut it out. It has created another kind of shape layer here underneath this. This is the circle and this is the rectangular one. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is, if you want to create a 3D shape out of this, come to the add here, then select merge path. But before you do that, you have to rearrange these. Okay, you have to rearrange it that the circle comes first. So let's bring the circle on top, then the rectangle will be next. Okay, by so doing, it's like the ellipse is the mother and the rectangle is the child. Okay, it's a stack up kind of arrangement. By this way, the mother is the circle and the rectangle is the child. All right. Okay, so once you've done that, just click on the content or the shape layer itself, then you come to add, then select merge path. Okay, once you select merge path, it becomes the third one. So now all that you need to do here is come to the merge path, the mode, you select subtract. You see, so the merge path acts as an in-betweener between the two shapes. Okay, or if you have multiple shapes inside. So from here, if you want to create a 3D object out of these, it's simple. Just click here. You see that it's not, the hole is not affected. So let's come to the geometry option, then the extrusion. Let's increase it. You see that it's still not affected. Now let me switch the view to custom view 1. Look at this. See that it's not affected still. Let me bring in lights and let's see. Let's see. New. Let's see lights. Just a simple light. See that? Let me increase the intensity of the light a bit. You see the extrusion? See the extrusion within the light? Let me duplicate this, then move this and up. You see this? Simple. See how simple it is? Let me switch back to active camera view. So folks, this is how you create a complicated 3D object with shapes in After Effects. Okay. So let's say we have this 3D object. Okay. And we want to add another shape inside this. Let's say the star. So let me click the star. Okay. Then maybe let me hold the shift key. Then draw the star somewhere here. All right. Let me position it well. Okay. So our star shape will be here. Okay. It can be multiple stars. All right. So the same principle apply again. Okay. Mind you, this is a 3D, but because, like I said earlier on, that it's a stack up arrangement, and this star coming in has displaced the arrangement. So that's why you are not seeing the object. So let's come inside here. So the ellipse is supposed to be 1. The first one, then the rectangle, then the poly star, which is the star here, follows. Okay, but look at this. The star is the first. So it has displaced the entire arrangement. But once we click and drag the star underneath the rectangle, see what happens. You see it has returned. So now the effect has returned back. It has reorganized itself again. Okay. So let's see. Let me switch the view. You see, active. Let me select this and rotate it and let's see. I forgot I don't have camera in. Let me just insert a camera and let's see something. New camera. So let's see. Okay, let me bring the lights back. New. Let me quickly. Okay. So now you see our two shapes here and here. Okay. So it doesn't matter whether it's 20 or so mini shapes that are within this particular object. As far as you have used the merge path, it will still work. There is no need for you to go and do intersection. No, just leave it at the subtract. Once you have redefined that the ellipse, the first one, which is the circle, is the mother, the others follow. Okay. All right, folks, this comes to the end of my explanatory tutorial on complicated shape layers in After Effects. See you next time. Maybe next time I'll try to design a simple set with a more complicated shapes. Okay.